Experience Cyclone Filter Cleaner, the smarter, faster way to clean your pool filter. Tired of slow and messy filter cleaning that leaves your back hurting? Cyclone Filter Cleaner changes that. Now you can clean 4 filters in 15 minutes. Designed by pool pros, its spinning action reaches deep into every pleat without you bending over. Just connect your hose, slide the filter on, and watch the magic happen. Clean smarter, faster, and easier with Cyclone Filter Cleaner.
Hey Pool Pros, tired of roasting under the sun and gear that doesn't hold up? Revved Up Apparel has your back with SPF protected apparel made for the Pool Pro. Want to stand out from the competition? Done! No minimum orders, no inventory stress. We handle the design, hosting, printing, and fulfillment, so you can focus on the grind. Whether you're a single poler or managing a whole fleet, this is how you gear up smart and stay sharp. Check out RevvedUpApparel.com. Built for the Pool Pro, designed for the proud.
Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Vac Bags, a global brand that's locally owned and operated, providing pool debris bags to pool guys in SoCal, so your pool can be debris-free for the weekend. More info at vacbags.com, VACBAGZ.com.
This episode is brought to you by Skimmer. Trusted by over 30,000 pool service pros across North America, Skimmer software helps you save time, grow revenue, and boost your 5-star reviews. Whether you're just starting out or owning the market, Skimmer's easy-to-use tools and expert support have you covered. Upgrade your business in 2025 with Skimmer. Visit getskimmer.com/tip-of-the-day to try Skimmer for free for 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and listen to the big homie Pete the Pool Guy. Dropping game, keep it real, put the knowledge on deck, from backyard pools to collecting them checks. Ain't no gimmicks, no stress, just some free flow talk. Breaking bread, building up, gotta walk that walk. From the chlorine to the hustle, every move got a plan. If you work it the right way, you can level up, man. Pool podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Pool podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Yeah. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and listen to the big homie Pete the Pool Guy. Dropping game, keep it real, put the knowledge on deck. From backyard pools to collecting them checks. Ain't no gimmicks, no stress, just some free flow talk. Breaking bread, building up, gotta walk that walk. From the chlorine to the hustle, every move got a plan. If you work it the right way, you can level up, man. Pool podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Pool podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. We know. 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 Pool podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From Let it flow, 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 let it flow.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Pool Fool Podcast, where we talk everything pool related, from cleaning pools to the business side. Today's a really good episode. I have with me my brother Phil from Orange County Pool Service with me here. He has been nominated as the Pool Guy of the Year, so we're excited to have him and get to pick his brain. Phil, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. It's cool to be on your radar, dude. I've been watching you a lot, as everybody does. You're a big personality, man. So when I got that DM from you to come on here, I thought it was really cool, bro. I'm on your radar. So yeah, dude.
No,
stoked.
I've been watching you, bro. Man, I when I saw that you got nominated, it put a smile on my face because I've been watching your work, and I was like, man, this is one of the guys that puts in work and makes it happen. So for sure. But this is not about me. This is about you. So we want to get to know you. So if you could introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Orange County Pool Solutions.
Absolutely, brother. Well, my name's Phillip Josephs, based out of Huntington Beach in Orange County. My weekly service routes are pretty much everywhere throughout Orange County. There's our areas, as everybody in the pool industry knows, there's areas a little bit off limits. It's just a little too far to go. Other than that, I specialize in acid washes and deck seals. Deck seals are something I've been doing a really long time. We can get into that a little bit more later, the different methods I use and such. I'll go anywhere from San Diego through LA to do those jobs. Other than that, equipment repairs, replacements, just an all-around pool solutions company is what I have there.
How long you been in the industry, bro?
In total, 10 years. I took a little time off in the middle, but in total, 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what did you used to do before?
So I got into international sales. Sales is always something I've been into, and this relates to the pool industry as well, man. It's, if you own a pool business, you are a salesman. You wear a lot of different hats. While you are owner operated, one of the things you do is sales. And it's always came natural to me. I've always enjoyed it. I like working with people. I like helping people, right? That's what you do in sales. The ulterior motive is the profit, obviously, but in the meantime, you can get in there and help people, and it's rewarding. So I got into international sales, did that for roughly 7 to 8 years. Amazing experience. COVID kind of chopped that short, as it did for a lot of people. And it gave me time to kind of regroup and think about what's important. I'm a father, and spending that much time away, while you're doing it, you don't notice it. There's a lot of the fun things that come along with it, the traveling, seeing amazing places. But when you have time to sit back and think, okay, what's important, you kind of put things in perspective. And when COVID hit, perspective to me was, all right, stability.
Yeah.
I want to own my own business. I don't want to rely on anybody for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Which is what I did. And so got back into the pool industry roughly 5 years ago. And just been charging forward.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Getting into the pool industry from sales myself as well. You're right. It's not much of a difference. There's a lot of labor involved, but you're selling. You're selling yourself, you're selling your service, you're selling products. So I could definitely see how that's important. How have you used your sales skills in the pool industry?
I think a big part of learning and understanding sales is that first and foremost, you're selling yourself. People can sniff you out, man, and if you're not genuine, you could rely on pressure sales at that point. But if you're not genuine, people can generally see that. So how I transferred my sales skills was just understanding how to communicate with people, how to figure out how I can solve people's problems, right? When I get calls, I get customers and they say, "Hey, Phil, I want you to come check out my pool and this and that." And the first thing I ask them is what's going on? Do you have a current pool service? Are you looking to upgrade? What are the issues? What are the problems that I can help you with? Because everything else I got under control. I want to know what the issues are, right? Because if I can solve those issues, 9 times out of 10, the person's going to go with me, even though my rates are usually a little bit higher than the other guys. So it's finding the problem. That's where my sales skills transferred over. Definitely understanding how to identify and solve people's problems.
And being in sales, you know, the one thing that they first teach you is sell the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the benefit. You know, like I love how you said that. They could sniff a BSer from a mile
Absolutely,
away.
bro.
So you got to hit them with the benefit. What are the problems that you're having? I love how you said, are you looking to upgrade? So without knowingly, you threw a little jab in there and be like, hey, you're looking to upgrade. So you came to the right guy.
Absolutely, man.
I love that. I love that. Now, what are some of the challenges that you faced when you first got started?
Let me think about this so I can answer this well, because that's a really good question.
When you answer, think of the pool guys that are just starting off that are listening to this. So the whole point of this is for them to be able to grasp some information and something that could help them out as well.
Sure. So when I went fully independent for several years, I was working with a company, just wasn't meeting what I needed. And that went on for a while for realistically for financial reasons, right? To break free. So when I did break free and I was 100% independent, the challenges that I ran into a lot was time management. Absolutely, man. Managing finances and forecasting. Now, I'm not good at either of those things, right? That's a work in progress for me, brother. Time management, I've never really been good at. And this is actually a great industry for somebody that doesn't have great time management skills, because
for real.
You know what I mean? You can move things around, or you can hustle to get things done. So those are two issues. Other than that is just going through the problems that I hadn't faced yet. And probably one of the biggest ones was not treating the pool industry like a community. And let me explain what I mean by that. So what I mean by that is, when I first started, I didn't have a lot of outlets. I didn't think to reach out to people on Instagram. I didn't think to reach out to people that I followed to help, to ask questions from, right? So a lot of the issues I ran into were simply me not having the knowledge or the fix or the know-how. And when I started treating this industry like a community, and it all came together for me, and pretty fast too, right? So if I have an issue, I don't understand how to deal with it, or I need help with something, right? I can reach out to you. I call Pete. I'm like, hey, Pete, brother, I got this issue, man. What do I do? And you're like, I just went through that last month. Let me help you out, right?
Yeah.
I can get things solved that way. So one of the challenges I faced, to recap on that, was definitely not treating this industry like a community, and it held me back. So I had to face things myself, which isn't always the easiest. Let me think if I come up with something else, man.
No, you know what? Elaborating more on that topic, I think that's very, very important for the listeners to connect themselves, to build that support system. You know, like you said, it's when I first started as well, it was a lot of figuring things out on my own as well. So, but I actually started doing the opposite that you did. I'm like, I'm reaching out to everybody on my Insta that is like showing their work and doing what they're doing. I'm like, this is a great source to be able to problem solve situations. You know, you also have the face group, pool guy groups, which could get a little rowdy at times, but for the most part, if you have a problem, you post it. Hey, I have this issue I can't figure out. And within minutes, you have 20 responses of different type of pool guys that is like, oh, you should try this. You should do this. You should do that. And that's a very helpful tool. That's very helpful, especially for us that we're out there by ourselves, literally by ourselves, man. I think that's one of I like to call it my support system for sure.
100%. That's a great way of putting it. And you're right. Majority of people out there want to help you. And it's not just this industry. It's really just human nature, right? So in this industry, seeing as it's a small industry, it's a big industry, kind of small community, but it's growing. People are getting more involved. Social media is a great tool. It allows people to come together. You've got your podcast, you've got the guys at Pool Nation, like these guys, everyone's kind of coming in together and showing guys, come on, man, let's help each other out. So yeah, support system was a great way of putting it.
But
Absolutely.
I love the vibe, bro. I love like you said, the human nature part of wanting to help out, even though some will see them as competitors, or even though they'll see them like, is that just a competitive nature that we have within ourselves? But to be able to put that aside and be like, nah, I'm going to help my fellow brother. I'm going to help them out, and watching them succeed, actually putting a smile on your face. It's like, it's a different thing. Like you're getting a little fix of joy by watching other people succeed in their business. And they're like, whenever I talk about Pool Nation, man, I got nothing but love for Pool Nation podcast. I have nothing but love for Talking Pools podcast. Like when I first started Pool Nation, I learned so much from them. So for me to be like, okay, I have my own pool, I have my own podcast now. I listen to my podcast. Nah, man, I'm always throwing people over there too. I'm like, hey, man, if you're getting started, you want information, go, because there's a lot of good information out there. And I like that everybody, no matter where they are in the field of the pool industry, like you said, everybody trying to help each other out.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I'm big on that. And here's where I think it comes from. And you can tell me if you agree. I'm almost certain you will. Dude, we struggled at first, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Dude, I struggled, man. And there's so many times I was like, I want out of this industry, but I'm too deep right now. I can't get out. And I was just like, let me just do anything else. And I broke through that, as any entrepreneur, right, that would and should. Because if you don't go through that, you're not going to reach these levels that you want to, really.
Yeah.
And there's great things about this industry. And it's a very, very lucrative industry when you treat it that way, when you treat it like the community, when you treat it like a career. It can be a very lucrative and rewarding industry, man. I can manipulate my schedule any way I need to do anything, right? And it's great. So
that's one of the
and
biggest perks is the
love it.
schedule, bro. For me,
Love it.
coming from a 9 to 5 to being able to, like, I'm mid schedule, midday, and my daughter's like, hey, can you pick me up from school because of this? Boom, I drop everything and I'm gone.
Love it, man.
And then if it's like, okay, you know what? Even on those days, because we all have those days where we're like, I'm just not feeling it today. And no matter how much I push myself, I just can't seem to just get onto it. You could actually be like, all right, man, I'm going to keep on going tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, you could set your schedule. You should always have priority to finish your routes and to do the best you can.
Absolutely.
But just the ability to be able to do stuff like that, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's great, man.
For sure.
Great.
How different would you say was your first year in business to compare to how you're running things right now?
Good question. There's two different ways I can answer that. I could speak about my first year of being independent in business, or my first year of being busy in this industry. Because when I was my first year of being business industry, I only had a small portion of my own pools and I worked a lot for somebody else. But maybe it's better answered my first year independent.
Well, let's start from the beginning. You used to work for another company. You went from sales to pools. How'd you do the jump? How'd you get into that? Well, it was COVID, right? Like you.
Yeah. So good question, Pete. And I had a pool business when I was 21. I'm not going to age myself, but that was a few years ago. So I started a pool company called Pirate Pools when I was 21.
Nice.
My slogan was "Ye algae beware."
Love it.
Dude, I was a knucklehead, man. I was a little bit wild, and I had my pool business, and you said I could talk about anything in here, so I'll just be honest. All right, cool. So couple years after I had my pool business, 3 years into it, I sold a good portion of my pools and I bought weed growing equipment. I thought I was going to
Nice.
grow weed, man.
Okay.
And
Which is a very lucrative business.
it was, but starting from scratch, man, I didn't realize how much my electricity bill would go up at my house. It wasn't completely legal then, right? I was just young and I was excited, right? So got out of that. I sold half my business, wound up spending a large amount of money on pot growing equipment, had my whole back of the house done up, had 60 plants going, and I just realized fast that just wasn't for me. Got rid of all the equipment, lost a ton of money on it. So at that point, I took work from another pool company, had half my own, had half of his pools, and I did that for a couple more years. Then I got out of it. That's when I got into international sales. I didn't jump straight into international sales. I was working sales and then got picked up on the international side of things and did that up until 2020, COVID. And then COVID hit, my traveling schedule stopped. And that's when I had time to figure out what I was going to do. So I'm like,
let's backpedal then, because you used to do pools then, and before you did sales. So let's answer that question back then.
Sure.
When you first started, you're 21 years old. What got you into pools?
I had a pool guy at my house. His name was Mark Blaster. Cool guy, man. He owns a coffee shop here in Costa Mesa called the Moon Goat now. But he was my pool guy. Really cool guy. Would always come out and talk to him. I was working at U-Haul at the time, which was a fun job at that age, around 20, and was just telling him, hey man, I want to level up. I want to do something, you know? And he just offered, he goes, come help me, come clean some pools. I did that for a couple of days with him and then quit working at U-Haul to work with him full time.
You liked it?
I liked the independence. I liked the freedom. I liked the ability to grow. I did. It was exciting. I saw the potential even at a young age. Yeah, I did. I did like it. Yeah.
Now, so you didn't have any experience of opening up a business, none of that stuff. So that's a jump. That's a very scary jump from working for somebody or learning the business to actually doing your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I worked with him for about a little under a year and I was just helping him out. And then I I took a loan from my dad. Thanks, Pops. I took a loan from my dad, bought a truck and bought, I think 36 pools at that time. 6 of them were small commercials, real small apartments, and the other were residential. And then that's how I founded Pirate Pools. Yeah. Worked with him for a year, learned it, and then just shifted to just being on my own, man. Did that for a couple years until I sold it to try that other venture, which I didn't get into, you know.
And you know what? It takes a very special kind of person to go from working for somebody, because you still have that safety net when you're working for somebody. You don't have the full responsibility of the financial portion of things and trying to figure stuff out.
Sure.
To going off on your own. Now, was this person a big mentor in your life in regards to that and teaching you how to do pricing, how to set up your fictitious, how to get your license, all that good stuff? Or how did you figure that out?
That's a good question. And to answer that truthfully, not really. He was a little bit of a wild man himself. No,
yo, he's the one that told me to get into weed.
Yeah. He was like, go for it. He's like, we'll sell it together. No, he was, okay. I'll tell you this way. He's the one that taught me that you could just take checks and cash them at liquor stores and not have to declare them on your taxes. So no, I didn't learn the business side of things from him. I learned the day-to-day grind from him. Yeah. I learned the day-to-day grind from him and the hustle.
So who was your mentor that taught you that stuff? You had to learn it from somewhere. Man. Where did you learn it?
Mistakes.
Like I'm a brand new guy. Like, dude, how do I even do it?
You just have to start. I don't even know if I would have Googled it then. This was a little bit a while ago. I looked it up online and I found
even know that. I don't even know that computers back then, bro.
I used to use a Thomas guide. When I first started the
Yo!
pools, I didn't even have the GPS yet. I didn't have
Yeah.
the windshield unit you would
You
stick
had
on
the
there.
Thomas Guide
A
book, map
Thomas
book.
guide, man.
Yeah.
And I was nice with it.
Jesus
I would
used to be the guy brushing and I would be netting.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy how fast things change. But yeah, so I had a Thomas guide, but
How did you
how
know
I
you needed to get a fictitious? How did you know you needed to open an account? How did you learn all that stuff?
it's a good question, Pete, and I don't exactly remember. I'm sure instances came where maybe customers were writing checks out to Pirate Pools and I didn't even have the company founded. I printed some shirts and made some stickers. I didn't even have a DBA yet. And that's what I figured out. It could have been my dad that told me you at least need a DBA. And then when I went to file for the DBA, I went down to Santa Ana. I think you do it at the courthouse or the city hall.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, people started giving me information, like the guy that was telling me out, oh, you need to do this to open up a business account. You need to do this first. Okay. And then I just slowly picked it up from there. But no, self-taught and made a bunch of mistakes. So for somebody listening out there that doesn't have a DBA, doesn't have a business license, doesn't have a business bank account, doesn't do any of that stuff yet, dude, Google is such a powerful tool. And now you've got ChatGPT.
Dude, ChatGPT could help you set up the whole thing. Just ask ChatGPT. I want to set up a pool business. What do I need to do?
What do you do?
Yeah, and it'll tell you.
So the tools available now are going to fast track people in every way, you know? So, but it's important to get yourself organized. That's some great advice to give. It's important to get yourself organized because not only does it secure you and allow you to grow at a rate that whatever you can handle, but also makes you feel good, makes you feel accomplished. So for younger guys there, or maybe not even younger guys, maybe guys that are just getting into this and they haven't really understood the ins and outs of starting a business, let alone operating it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is you're absolutely right. When we first started doing pools, like we didn't have Google, we didn't have none of that. We were like, okay, man, we got to figure this out. Talking to people, asking local pool guys, the when you go to the bank, hey, what do I have to set up? What kind of lending? What kind of this? What kind of that? You got to figure it all out. But the important thing is ask questions. Don't be that shy person, introvert person that doesn't ask and it's like, okay, well, it is what it is. Nah, be hungry about it and go and put yourself out there and ask. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if people make fun. It doesn't matter nothing. The point is for you to get education, get the information, and it doesn't matter how you do that for sure.
100%.
So,
man.
So Phil, walk us through a typical day for you from the time you start in the morning till you wrap it up. What does it look like?
Man. Let's do it. So, at the moment, my cleaning schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I orchestrated that to be able to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to do my repair work, my deck seals, my acid washes, my quoting. So I pack roughly 20 pools per day on Tuesday, 20 on a Wednesday, and 20 on Thursday. So my day starts pretty early. My son's 15. He's at the local high school right here, Marina High, and he's on the surf team. So we're up at 5:30 to get to the beach by 6:15, and he's in the water for an hour. So by the time I get back, I'm already up. I'm ready to roll. So I just throw my work gear on and I head straight out. So I usually leave my house around 8. And from there, I'll just start my route. A lot of times I'll hit Superior in the morning to get my pool supplies and such. Traffic in the morning is just, dude, it's crazy on the freeway. So again, for people watching, be a little more organized. Try to get your chemicals at the end of the day if you can, as opposed to the beginning. But so that's what I'll do, man. I'll jump straight into it, get my coffee, and I'll just start cleaning, man. And I like to give myself a little bit of time throughout the day where if I run into an issue at a pool, if I need to spend a little more time there, I can. But it doesn't always work that way. So from start to finish, I get up, I head out of the house around 8, and I'm grinding. I'll take lunch a couple hours after that if I didn't bring it, and I'll just keep cleaning, man. And my cleaning consists, I've got a hammerhead and a pool cart, a T-Dula pool cart. It's basically a cart that you wrap your hose around. It's got everything there. It's self-contained, so you can bring your chemicals, you can bring your test kit, you can hold your nets and your brushes, and that saves a lot of time, and it looks nice. Presentations a lot in this industry. Great thing for people that are starting out in this too. Presentations a lot. You want to look like you want to show that you understand, you know what you're doing. So depending on that house, you get to know the personalities of all your pools. I'll pick if I'm going to use my hammerhead, my vac cart, grind it out. First thing I do when I get to the pool, I'll check the chems.
That's the first thing you do.
Yeah, first thing I do, man. First thing I want to do is I'll check the pH, check my chlorine, then I'll check the alkalinity. And then every month or so in the summertime, I'll check my conditioner, because I like to keep a pretty consistent conditioner. I don't like to go too high. I like to keep it around 50. And it's not the easiest thing to do. So if you have a small pool, I prefer big pools, man. Give me the bigger the pool,
I'm backwards, bro. I prefer small pools.
No, man. The water chemistry is rough on those, dude. I'll give you my small pools, man.
Done. We'll switch.
Yeah. Yeah. I would rather spend a little extra time cleaning them, because the water chemistry on smaller pools can just be all over the place, man. Especially the pH. You get a lot of people in there, they're running the spa jets. For anybody that doesn't know, any aeration in water rises pH. It's a natural pH riser. So I'll get there and check chems and start to balance those. Then just get into the cleaning, man. Break out the hammerhead. Great product, by the way. I don't know if you use one. Do you use one?
I use the Power Vac, which is, have you seen it?
I'm sure I have. Is it the silver one with the yellow sides?
No. So the hammerhead obviously is long.
Yeah.
But the Power Vac is like a square, and it's got, the wheels are like of office chair. So they rotate. So when you go to the stairs, you could go side to side.
Nice. Okay.
But the only thing that sucks about that is when you're at that midpoint from the deep end and the shallow end. Because when you're trying to do that straight line, it'll want to go to the deep side, and that's
when that shoulder strength comes in, dude.
Yeah. Dude, this side, I'm like buff like no other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're talking in regards to chemistry. In regards of going to the pool supply store. How often during the week do you go? Do you go as needed? Do you schedule a certain day for you to go to the pool supply store? How does that work for you?
So what I want to start doing is I want to start keeping chems on hand at my house. So that way in the mornings, I don't spend 40 minutes just getting to the supply store, man.
Yeah.
I can end 40 minutes early that way, but no, I generally know what I'm using throughout the day. So, nah, man, I'm just not that organized. I'm there every morning. Basically, that's the way to put it.
No, that's honest. I used to do that for a minute. I was going every morning.
Yeah.
I would wake up. The first place I go was the pool supply store.
I like seeing the guys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's a little picker upper, and then they have the coffee. You chop it up, and then you get your day started. You know, which is not bad. It's a good way of doing it. But it's like you said, when you're there, you're gonna be there about 45 minutes to an hour. It's going to happen. Yeah. Even if you're just there to get some tabs or whatever it might be, because you're having to wait for everybody to get served and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
So what I ended up doing, I'll go on Saturdays or I'll go on Mondays.
Dude, good idea. Dude.
And then I just load up for the week. I already know how much I need for the whole week. And instead of carrying it all in my truck, I have like 2 pallets on the side of my house, and I organize everything right there. And then it's like, okay, as I need it, I just grab it from there, and I don't have to go to a pool supply store. So it's a good idea to have chemicals on hand. Just make sure it's in an open place, so it's not enclosed, that sort of thing, and keep it locked up. Safety, all that good stuff.
Yeah, good idea, man. I'm gonna do that, dude. I've been wanting to do it, but it's just one of those things where I'll do it next week. And I have an empty pallet on the side of my house as well. I have a covered area, so I'm gonna do that this Monday. I'm gonna get more organized, brother.
Especially
You're the inspiration.
It's especially since you have your son that does surfing in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
That way you get to chill there with him a little bit longer, or take your time.
Yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Okay, so what would you say is your favorite part of the day of your job? You're like, when I clock out.
No, man. I'll be honest, and you probably feel the same way, and probably a lot of other guys too, that aren't struggling. And that's you could really get into that. Why are guys struggling in this industry?
Yes.
That's a great topic to get into. But to answer what's the favorite part of my day, first of all, I'll start it out by when I wake up, I don't dread going to work at all. I'm actually kind of stoked, man. My dog rolls with me every day, and she just sleeps in the back seat. And if it's hot, I'll have the AC on in between stops, man. And I get to cruise with her.
You take your dog to work?
Yeah, man. She doesn't go
Dude.
in the backyards or anything. She's underneath the table right now.
Man,
Yeah, she'll probably pop up in a minute. But
that's
yeah,
the best, bro.
dude, she is so calm. She has the best temperament. She only wants to love people, and she's not wild. So she just loves to be laying there knowing she's with me, and in between stops, she knows the drill. Yeah, so she comes with me, which is great. Best part of my day, first coffee, maybe first iced coffee, dude. You know what I mean? I look forward to that. So that's my like, all right, let's go. As soon as I get my coffee, that's when I'm kind of like, all right, my day's starting.
Yeah.
So get that iced coffee.
But what's the best part of your job?
Best part of my job is the best part of my job in the day is
While you think about it, let me tell you mine.
Sure.
It sounds kind of off, but I like it when I show up and the pool needs some help.
Okay.
I'm like, I like the troubleshooting. I like the showing up to a new client's pool and it's green and it's like, ooh, you're about to get it right now.
Okay.
I love that part. Like I just started a new pool on Friday and the guy's like, oh, it has a little bit of green. I was like, a little bit? He's like, yeah, just a little bit. And I showed up, that thing looked like a swamp, bro.
Love it, dude.
And I was like, all right, no problem. We're gonna have to do a full green and clean, but I'll get it going. And just the fact that I'm in my mind, I already know what I'm gonna do to turn this around, is like, that excites me. That gets me going for sure.
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna piggyback off that. When I was answering the question, I was trying to think of what's the best part of like my regular service day, but best part of the day during my jobs, I love that, man. I love getting calls from customers. I love green to clean. So I'm working on one right now. I was late meeting you on this podcast today because I'm day 2 on green to clean right now.
Nice.
I love the before and after. I love when customers can use the pool again. You know?
I like problem solving, bro. Repairs. I like hands on. I like to figure stuff out. I like to hear that from clients. Like, man, we haven't been able to fix this. I'm like, okay. That's why you called me. Yeah. Here I come. Let's go. Yeah.
Yep. That's right. So I did a couple months ago, and it was actually harder than you would think to find people that want help. I put a post out to help somebody with a green pool. I did it completely free. I just said, I was trying to do it once a month, but I just wasn't finding the pools, So I put the post out there looking for somebody that needs help, that can't afford it, or just doesn't know where to start. I'll come in there, clean your pool completely for free. So I helped out this awesome single mom with 2 or 3 kids. I don't know. I haven't seen all the kids there. I know it's just a ton of toys, and this pool was bad. So I went in there, drained it, did a chlorine wash on it, bought all new filter cartridges for her, did the startup. Yeah, did the startup. Left her with some pool toys and things like that for the kids. And dude, they have been using that pool nonstop, man. The pool is they just been using it nonstop.
Did you by any chance pick it up as a client?
I did,
because of it? Dude, that's a great strategy right there.
Yeah.
But you know what? As soon as you said that reminded me of, because I on YouTube I watch a lot the guys that go and cut grass. Did you get it from that?
Love those videos.
Dude,
no, but
how they just show up.
I'll sit for hours and watch those videos, man. Yeah. Love that.
When you said that, it just reminded me of that because they just go up to houses and they're like, "Hey, I just want to cut your grass. It looks all jacked up." Let me
Yeah,
take care of it.
it was a little awkward. I knocked on the door. I got a lead. One of my friends said, "Hey, my mom's neighbor's pool is real bad." So I'm like, "What's the address?" So I just went on there, and she answered the door, and she's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hey, you have a green pool, right?" And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, "Listen, I know this is weird, but when you're, I'm helping people out once a month. I help people with green pools. I get them back up from them. Listen, all I want to know is, can I help you out for free? That's it. I just let me help you out for free." And she was like, and I said, "Here's my card. Call me
I'm
later."
legit. I'm not weird.
Yeah, yeah, right. Call me
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
So a couple days later, she texts me. She's like, "I would love your help." Dude, went in there, dialed it in. It was time consuming, but that's what it was all about, man. And I was stoked to be able to help him. So that's I'll circle that back around. That was one of the best parts of my industry, that of my day, being able to do that for people, right? And then being able to conduct business with them moving forward, right? So
Mhm.
that before and after, man,
That's
love
a
the before and
great dude.
after.
That's such a great idea. Like
Try it
literally,
next month,
that's
dude. Excuse me.
I'm
Try it next
I'm
year.
I'm really think
Sponsor 2 or 3 houses.
dude, you got me. You
Let's
got
do
me
it.
pumped about it because I'm like, that's a really good idea. Just go out there, just help people out. That's another way of doing it.
Yeah,
Big
man. And
ups to you
some
for
people
doing that,
need
bro.
help, dude. Some people can't afford that. Some guy's gonna come in and charge her $850 to drain, or whatever people charge for green and cleans. Everyone's price is different, $600. Someone's gonna come in there and charge them, right? And then charge them X amount of dollars for the filter cartridges because hers were shot, right? I just came in there, did it all for free. Boom, let's get you back on track. And it made me feel real good. And I tried to do it again, and I just didn't get any leads, man. And then I just got real busy. So I'll do it next summer, though, man. I'll do it again.
I'm
I'll
taking
sponsor
you
some
up on
people.
that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
taking you
cool.
up on that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
Heck
man.
yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
What's one part of the job that people don't see or appreciate as much?
Maybe just the commitment. We're there all the time. We're there every week, man. Rain, shine. When we take vacations, we're concerned about the customer's pool. We actually care. So a lot of time and effort goes into it that people don't see. That might be it. We take work home with us. Sometimes we're like, "Oh man, that pool or this, that I got to figure this out." So maybe that's a good way of answering it. There's probably
No,
better
it's true
answers, but
because when
that's what I'm
I'm
upfront.
pretty sure this happens to you. You go on vacation and your wife's like, "Why are you on your phone again? Why are you on your phone again?" Because my wife tells me, she's like, "I don't want you on your phone." It's like I'm answering customers' calls, like I'm
Yeah.
communicating now. That's one of the things that I preach a lot is you got to communicate. You got to communicate with your clients. You can't be that guy that just doesn't answer or answers super late. Nah, man. As soon as the text hits you, answer back. You
People
know.
love to feel like they're being listened to, especially customers. And I'm lucky. My girlfriend will actually tell me, she'll be like, "Call him, answer." You know what I mean? She's a
Oh,
business owner
that's
too.
cool.
So yeah, she gets it, man. And yeah, she's all about it. So yeah, absolutely. You nailed it when you said getting back to your customers in a timely fashion, making sure they understand that they're important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you balance all that though? Like how do you balance your service calls, your repairs, you're running the business, you're now on top of that you do tech seals and your acid washes. How do you balance all of that? How do you work your schedule?
I made my work my hobby as well. So deck seals, acid washes, repairs, those are my hobbies. I love doing them and I'm getting paid to do it, right? So that's how I balance it. Yeah. It's my hobbies, man. Today I'm out there working. I'm going and I drained half of a pool and I'm draining a pool tomorrow to get the acid wash done. I like doing it. It's my hobby.
And I
So
think
that's
what
how I
people
balance
don't
it.
realize is that your day never stops.
No.
Like you could literally get home already relaxed and then you'll get that call and all right, let's go. We got
Let's
to go
go.
back out there.
Well,
Yeah.
do you want to own and operate and grow a business, or do you want to maintain a business? That's the
Yeah.
difference, right? Because I could maintain my business very well and have a whole bunch of time for other things, but it's not. I'm making my work my hobby. I'm in the growth phase right now, so I'm pushing.
How many pools do you have?
I have 58 right now, 59 now. Just picked that new one up today, actually, the green one. Thanks,
Congratulations.
brother. Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
let's get down to the nitty gritty of things, man. When you first started the business, Orange County Pools, what was your starting monthly rate? What was your starting rate? Now I know all pools are different. I
Yeah.
know there's different pricing, but what was your starting rate? Like, I'm not going below this when you
185.
first started. What was
185.
it?
185. Yeah. So now, I have a couple that are a little bit under that, but my rate is 185. And when I started
But that's your rate right now.
No, that's still my minimum. I haven't changed my
Gotcha.
minimum. When I first started taking on clients, my minimum was 185, and I was losing them left and right, but I didn't have the time to take on clients. So I said, I'm going to start it real high. This is when I was working with the company before, and I didn't really have much time. I was doing 103 pools a week, man. So now that's not 103 separate accounts. There would be some commercial
Visits
properties with 5
twice a
pools
week.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd be there 5
Yeah.
days a week on one of these accounts, man. I was driving from Huntington Beach to Mission Viejo 5 nights a week to do this commercial account. It's a 45-minute drive each way. I'd have to be there after 9 p.m. So I'd get there 9 or 10, sometimes depending on my son's school schedule, work for a couple hours, get back. Hold on. I threw myself off track and forgot what starting pay. So I started, hold on. I started high because I didn't have the time to take on accounts. And when I realized that you can offer quality and not have to offer value, that's when I realized, all right, well, this is how I'm going to found my business. This is what I'm going to do moving forward. And I did. And then I slowly started building accounts on the side, worked my own little mini pools in between working with that company. And then I started giving pools back to that company. I was making what would it be, man? So 5 times the amount. So I just gave accounts back to him, and kept growing my business. And then it got to the point where we just split,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
we broke off.
let's talk about that 185 number and let's break it down for the people that are just starting off.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that number? I know it was because you wanted to go high, but how did you come up with that number?
Sure. Great question, by the way. I want to make $40 profit per stop. That's what I want to make. I want to be able to do 2 to 3 pools an hour. So I want to be able to make $80 to $120 an hour. That is where I came up with that number. So I make roughly $40 profit per visit, right? So at $40 profit per visit, that's $160 a month. That gives me $25 a month to work with on average chemicals. So if you average the cost of your chemicals through winter and summer, it's going to be right around there. It's not always going to be. There's going to be some that are a lot more, but if you average it throughout your accounts, that's roughly what it's going to be, right? So that's where I came up with the number. I want to make $40 profit per stop. So I went 185. So $40 is going in my pocket, or $160 is going in my pocket per month, and then 25 I set aside for chemicals and such like that. Now,
do you charge for chemicals, or is it included?
Good question. I include chemicals in my billing to an extent. If it's a pool with a ton of heavy use, I might work something out with the customer. I charge for salt. So I charge $20
for
a bag
certain
for salt.
chemicals, and some are included.
Realistically, no, I don't charge. The only chemical I charge for is salt.
Okay.
Yeah. The only chemical
So
I charge for
you do
is salt.
charge, but it's included in the bill. It's included in
Yeah,
it's
included in the billing, exactly. But salt pools, I do bill salt additionally. Yeah, I charge $20 a bag for salt.
And how do you calculate how many chemicals how do you project how many chemicals you're gonna be using for that pool? And does your price, how much you're charging for that pool, does it cover the chemicals on, let's say, those bad days?
Sure. I have a lot of accounts in the 220 range, 240 range. Those are larger pools. And I think that comes with experience. I can pull up to a property. I ask the customers, do you guys have kids? How often do you use the pool? And I can just base it off of experience, roughly what I'm going to be in. I use things in my pools like Blu-ray XL. That helps me out a lot. I think it's a great product. You have to understand how to properly use it, but it's a great product. So I include things like that into my route that helps me manage chemical use. To answer that question again in a nutshell, it came with experience, man. Knowing how many people use the pool roughly just by asking the customer the size of the pool. Do they have any trees in the backyard that could be offering shade to the pool, or is it sunlight 12 X amount of hours a day, however many hours the sun is in the sky, is that beating on the pool all day long? That makes a difference, right? If you have a pool where it's half shade half the day, it's going to be a little easier on the chemicals, right? It's not going to be beating down. Those UV rays aren't just going to be trying to challenge that chlorine, right? Your conditioner's not having to work as hard. So experience, it came with experience.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So pretty much the 185 is just the base. That just to start off. As soon as I show up to a pool, I already have in my head, I'm not going to take this pool if it's not going to give me at least 185, right? Yeah. Now, from there, like you said, you're going to be looking at the landscaping. You're going to be looking at, do they have a dog? How often do they use the pool? Are they snowbirds? Are they this? Are they that? And based on that information that you're getting, you're adding on to your 185, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. A big part of it too is the foliage. So trees with the bamboo, man, I've got a customer that has bamboo around his entire yard, and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But when the Santa Anas come and I'm pulling bags and bags out of that pool, you
keep looking at the sliding door and just like,
oh man, dude, and then I'll ask my customers, you need to have a trash can here that I could use for this, right? I have nowhere to put this. I can't take this in my truck. I need the trash can out there. And dude, they're cool, right? So, but yeah, trees with bamboo, or if I know I'm going to be spending a little bit extra time there, the price will increase, and it's only.
Do you charge extra when there's Santa Ana winds, stuff like that?
I don't, but I base my price on the effort on average for that pool. So no, I don't, man. I don't nickel and dime my customers. I try to keep it real even, but I set my pricing at a point where I don't need to nickel and dime them. This is not the right industry to be in if you're going to be struggling. You don't need to give everybody an amazing deal to try to grow your business. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You really are. You're going to go through months where you're not making any money, and this is not the right industry to do that, right? We're in the sun all day long. We're working with chemicals. We're driving around all day. Those are three factors, you have to calculate into. There's three risk factors, right? So no, I don't charge extra if I get there and the trees have been cut and there's a bunch in the pool, or the Santa Ana winds come. I set myself up, and if I need to raise the rates on my customer, I will. Last year I raised the rate on a customer twice because the property was so bad. That's the one with the bamboo all around it, man.
Yeah.
And if he watches this, man, I'm going to raise you again, bro.
Get the damn bamboos off already.
Yeah. So and he understood it. I just said, listen, you can find somebody to do this cheaper, but make sure you're getting the quality of service you expect. Make sure you're getting somebody that understands what your pool needs and not just guesses, doesn't just dump chems in there and hope that the chlorine works. It's chemistry. You got to understand it. So, yeah.
Do you feel that Orange County is a wealthy, normal, or poor population where you're at?
On average, normal. And those are the pools I prefer, Rob. Give me my working class pools. I love it. Those are the customers that if there's a repair that needs to be done, they're not going to stress me on it. All right, Phil, no problem. We got to do it. Let's get it done. You know, a lot of those real upscale ones are, we're going to hold off. We're going to remodel the backyard. Let me put that on pause. We're going to remodel the backyard next year. So you're dealing with that. So do I think Orange County, it's got it all. But my preference is my working class clientele. You know what I mean? I like it. Those are the ones I like to deal with.
And they're the
most.
ones that they give you any pushback on the price?
Not really. No, I don't get a lot of pushback on price because when I quote my service, I explain the benefits let me word that better. Not that I explain the quality of service that I'm able to offer, the upgrade from their current service. They're calling me for a reason, you know, and I have a great retention rate. I haven't lost a customer, you know. I go above and beyond, you know. I'll help my customers out, right? I have a sweetest lady in the world. Just did a full equipment replacement for them, and her name's Catherine, and her husband Norman. He had an issue and got hurt in the hospital, and they have to set up these like wheelchair ramps at the house. I'm going over there tomorrow. I'm helping them all, dialing them in on their house. You know what I mean? So things like that, right? Oh, you need help? Let me come back and help you. That's looks heavy for you to move, right? It's just the kind of guy I am. I just, you know, I think people can just tell the quality of an individual that they're working with when you go above and beyond to help your customers, man. And I'm all about that. So
And I think that's something very, very good that a lot of us could apply to our work ethic is going above and beyond for those customers. I get it. We're all trying to make money. I get it. Everything we do, you should be technically charging for everything that you do because you're not doing everything for free. You're not doing nothing for free. We're not in it. We're not in this business. What is it called? We're in this business to make money.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
But just because we're in this business to make money doesn't mean that we can't go that extra mile for the client.
Sure.
We can't do those extra jobs for those clients or help them out when they need help. You know, I have clients myself, older people. I'm there. I'm cleaning the pool. Before you know it, I'm moving furniture. It's like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I know. You're like looking at your watch, like,
You're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But it's like you start seeing these customers. I don't know about you. I start seeing these customers like family. Like when I see
Absolutely,
the older
man.
people, I'm like, man, if this was my grandma, I would want somebody to help her out, you know,
Absolutely,
be there for
man.
them. So it makes sense, you know. And if you show that to them, that you go that extra mile for them, they'll have your back.
Yeah.
When it comes
Customer
down to
for life.
Yeah.
Customer for life.
Time comes where it's like maybe money's short. They'll rather get rid of the gardener than get rid of you
100%.
because they know that, you know, they have you have their loyalty already.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Great work. Put
yeah.
very well. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I appreciate you disclosing that information. A lot of pool guys I know that just starting off, I get these questions all the time. You don't even realize how many times I get these questions like, how do I figure out my pricing? Like literally, how do I do it? So I'm going to ask you, what advice would you give the new pool guy trying to figure out how to set his rate? Like,
don't be afraid to lose the account. I'm a big advocate in what I'm about to say. All right. It's hard to find a quality pool. Listen, that might not be hard. Let me say this. Customers will say it's hard to find a quality pool service I can trust. It's hard to find a quality customer that I can work well with, right?
yes.
Not all business is good business. And if you're going to price yourself to the point where you're going to land every account, you're pricing yourself out of becoming a profitable, well-established business. Don't be afraid to lose customers to bids. Don't be afraid, man. So that's some great advice. Work with the customers that you want to, not the ones that you have to. And start at a point where you know you can make the money that you need to and you deserve, right? Again, you're going to be working hard in this industry. it takes time. It's continued education. You know, I'm always learning new things, going to trade shows, you know, going to events, trying to learn people, trying to learn things and such. So price yourself at a point where you can make your money. I spoke to a guy last week, just bought a pool business from an older dude, and the pools were like 120 a month, man. And here's some great information. If these older dudes have pools that are like 120, it's because they bought their house 35 years ago. They don't have a mortgage. Their truck is 18, 20 years old. They don't have a truck payment, right? Their kids are done. They're out of school. They're out of college. They're not paying for the kids anymore, right? They're doing this to stay busy, right? Me, I'm trying to grow a well-established business. So I have to price myself to that point. So don't be afraid to price yourself to where you need to be. You're not going to land all the accounts, and that's okay.
Do you service your pools once a week or twice a week?
Once a week. Yeah, I don't have any customers that need it twice. Only the commercial accounts. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you market your business in your area?
Spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of money. Every Tuesday night, I'm down at my local night market. I have a booth there. I pay $450 a month for the space. I have a big tent, nice tent, all decked out. I've got my products in there. I've got some pumps in there. I have a Pentair pump and some automation to show customers. Obviously, those are great when I land those jobs. I've got my business cards, my flyers. I talk to people about pools. That's one way of doing it. Yelp. I pay Yelp ads. I have a $15 a day Yelp account. So every day Yelp charges me $15 at the end of the month. And what they do is they put you up top on Yelp. So when people look for you, now some advice for people that want to do that is you pay per clicks. So you get X amount of clicks per day till you hit your $15 limit, right? So once 3 people click on your page, you're not discoverable anymore until the next day. So it's a little bit expensive. Does it work well? Yeah, it does. It does. That account I just picked up was from Yelp. I get pump installs all the time from Yelp. Instagram. I spend a lot of time and money building my Instagram. I can reach crowds of people. I can curate it to specific areas. I can do a paid post and locate Westminster, Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley for posts that I want to. That's a great way of doing it. Those are the 3 ways that I market myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the paid ads on Instagram. I feel like those, dude, I get a lot of business from that.
Me too, man.
And
Yeah.
I like how you said it. You get to pick the zone where you want it marketed. You know, it's like, okay, I want to grow my presence in this specific area. Then you zone into that area and you're able to pay for it based on your budget and then go from there. Then you have also the Google business page. That one's a good one too.
I haven't even set mine up simply.
Yeah, dude, it's
because
good, bro.
So I set everything up. Now I just need to show them proof. All I had to do was send them a picture of my truck and my chemicals. And to be honest, I just forgot. I'm going to do that today.
Yeah, because as soon as they search it, pops up.
Oh yeah.
So
Google,
that's
everyone Googles.
Yeah. But social media is a big one. Like everybody's on social media, from your grandparents to your kids. So if you want to, I think the days of the flyers is over. Even though I still do it, I just posted a video. I do door hangers too. And I had a pool guy tell me, "Why are you still doing door hangers, bro? Like, just do online." I was like, "Dude, I'm hitting every avenue."
Good for you.
And just based on the door hangers, I got three responses because I did it in the same area. Because I'm like, I'm focused on this little neighborhood that I'm trying to grow, so I'm gonna hit some door hangers, and I got 3 calls off of it. So
nice, yeah.
It works. It's like, do whatever you need to do to get people to know that that you're out there. Like, the more people you talk to, everybody that you talk to is like, "Oh, I clean pools. I service pools. I do repairs." Every conversation you have, every interaction you have, you're your own marketing. So you have to tell everybody, and that's how you're going to get people to give you a call. get
So
customers for sure.
let me ask you a question. Maybe someone
Yeah.
on there doesn't maybe know how to utilize the Instagram ads. So if you have a video, you have a video offering information about your service or installs or something, right? And you want to post that, how much do you average or how much do you spend on your ads? And then I'll go after you, but let's help some people out. Let's
For
give the
sure.
advice.
So I have a special going on right now. And that's one of the techniques that I also use when I'm like, okay, it's time for me to grow the business a little bit more. So then I'll use a sales technique, right? So I do 50% off your first visit, So I did a little flyer, little video. I posted it on Instagram. Once you post it on Instagram, there's a boost your post button. You click on it. And then when you go on the actual settings, you get to dictate how much money do you want to spend per day for that to go out, right? And based on the amount that you select is how many people are going to see it. So obviously the higher the amount, the more people. My lucky number has always been like $5 a day.
Okay.
And
How many days you run it?
And I always run it for at least a month.
Okay.
So I'll run it for 30 days, $5 a day. If it's like an instant hit that I want to do, then I'll do maybe 2 weeks, because that's another thing. The longer the ad is out, the less people see it.
The more it's spread out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the shorter amount of days, the more it blows up. So you could be like, you know what, I'm gonna hit the weekend, just 3 days, but I'm gonna pay $100 and it's gonna go 3 days. Well, that's gonna go to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get to see it, but it's only gonna go out for 3 days. So my thing is to $5, 30 days, and it'll pop up on your feed like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always there. It's kind of like in the background. Oh yeah, I saw that ad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I end up spending, I usually budget like $200, $250, 250 for like marketing and stuff like that. And then I just move that stuff around for the month.
Sure. Okay,
What about
I'll
you?
try that. I'll try the $5 a day. I do each post. I generally run 2 to 3 posts at a time, and I'll do $20 a day on them, so $60 per post. But I'm going to try the $5 a day spread out and see if maybe the return is slightly better.
I'm going to try yours too, because because you could have one post running for the full month, and then the other post running more constant,
Yeah, good idea.
The thing I like about about Instagram is if you have a Facebook page as well, it'll mark it on both.
Okay. Oh, all right. Everybody listen to this. When you do your paid ads on Instagram, do not do it on your phone, because Apple charges a huge, huge fee of almost 50%. Do it on your computer. You bypass the Apple. Yes, brother. You bypass that Apple charge.
I do everything from my phone.
Somebody put me on game. Some guy came.
Game, bro. Put me on game right now.
You are gonna save 50%. So some guy came to my booth. Great guy, cool guy. This is why I love doing my booth on Tuesday nights. And
I like the booth idea, bro.
Yeah, if you're ever down there, come by, man. We'll go grab dinner and a drink after or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, every Tuesday, 5 to 9. Sucks in the wintertime. It's dead and it's freezing, but I got to keep the booth space, so I have to go.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hire anybody because I am the face. I am the salesman of the company.
Yeah.
No one's going to work the way I do. Maybe I can teach somebody, but for the moment, I feel like I need to be there. So some guy came up and he was talking to me about these ads. I'm like, yeah, I do Instagram ads. He goes, do it on your computer. It's going to save you money. I was like, you explain that. So Apple charges like 48% surcharge or 48% fee when you do it on your phone. So if I put $150 into an ad, my bill is going to be like $275. It's not $150. It's almost it's X amount of dollars more.
That's true.
Yes,
because
brother.
Every time I'm like, okay, 150, and then the subtotal is like 200 or something. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. So do it on a laptop, and you bypass that Apple charge. There's still a small fee. I don't know what it is, 5% or something like that, but it's going to save you a ton of money. So Always do it on your computer.
There you go, guys. You heard it here first. Do it on your computer. Don't do it on your phone. I've been doing it on my phone because I just do everything from my phone. But now I'm going to switch up to my laptop and do the ads from my laptop for sure.
Yeah.
Man, what other marketing strategies do you use? What else is out there?
So, I get asked all the time to be in magazines, and it's just not for me. I don't personally read magazines. I don't see the value in it. It's pretty pricey, so I bypass that. But maybe if you're in an area where you think people are going to read the magazine, there's always that option.
Like if you're in a community that maybe has a lot of older people,
maybe.
Yeah,
that would be the way to do it, right? I have my phone number on the back of my truck, and written nice on my back window. I've never got one call.
Never
got one call. One time I got a call from a guy on the freeway, and he goes, "I shit you not." The guy goes,
cut me off.
he goes, "Is this Orange County Pool Solutions?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You're driving like an asshole." And I'm like, "Man, I swear to God." And then
me too.
I swear to God. And at that point, I realized,
like, "Oh, that's not me. That's one of my employees."
Yeah. I was like, "All right, he's getting fired." Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You got to try everything. You got to try everything. Another thing I do is, I don't know about you, get stickers.
I got stickers. I got t-shirts. I got it all.
But put your phone number on the stickers, and then on the control panel, put them right there. Put them on the control panel.
Yeah.
And that way, if they sell the house or anything, your information's right there as one of the person that services that pool.
I hand out a lot of stickers, and I do shirts and sweatshirts. I got to send you some. I'm doing every season. I do a different one. Summertime, I had my patriotic summer version. It was, the pinup girl sitting by the pool with the flag in the background, summer vibes. And then the Halloween edition is her sitting by a pool. I'll pull it up real quick. Her sitting by a pool.
Are these shirts you sell, or are these shirts that you give your clients?
So these are shirts that I hand out, this is my Halloween edition, right?
Nice.
Yeah. So see, and then the summer version was the patriotic one. Not right. This was the summer version. And people love these shirts, man.
Oh, I like that one, bro.
Yeah.
I like that one right there.
Yep.
So the pin up it by the pool, that stays the same. It's only the background and the add-ons.
Yeah. I kind of keep that the same. My Christmas ones are going to be awesome, dude. So great.
You got to send me a shirt, bro.
I got you, bro.
I want a patriotic one though, bro.
I got you.
A patriotic one.
What size are you?
Hey, I'm not going to say that on air, but we'll talk about it later, bro. How dare you? Bro, how dare you?
All right, I already know. So your reaction, I got you.
My buddy always says, "Hey, I'm gonna get you a blanket, not a shirt, homie."
That's funny, man. That's funny, bro. Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. I accidentally doubled my order for these Halloween shirts and hoodies, bro. I got the invoice, and I'm cool with the shirt guy. He prints them and then I pay. And I looked at it and I messed up and I doubled the order on accident. So I looked at the invoice and I was like, oh,
dang,
dude. Yeah.
And was it too late?
Yeah, dude. He already had them printed. So I spent $2,000 on shirts, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So I got a ton of Halloween shirts, a ton of Halloween hoodies. So brother, I got you. But my girl was like, my girlfriend, she, obviously, dude, she's such a sweetheart. She's like, "No, don't worry, you'll have more for next year." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's true." But but listen, filter cleanings are coming up. I'll have that money replenished right away. Don't worry about it, dude. So no, but
$2,000 on shirts.
I messed up because I doubled the order on accident. So like smalls, I got 20 smalls coming. Mediums, I got like 30 mediums coming. That's a ton of shirts, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's great marketing.
So when you place an order, how many do you usually order per size?
Dude, I'll just put a budget. I'll go, I got $1,200 for this order. Can you give me a mix of all sizes?
I like that.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. And I always get sweatshirts too, but people love it, man. And I love giving them to people. So it's a great, and I get
hope
the
you
nice
don't
shirts.
mind. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna have to steal that one from you, bro.
Brother, please.
Bro, I'm gonna have to steal that one from you, because you know what? I'm telling you, I watch a lot of YouTube, and one of the shows that I watch is Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Do you know that show?
Is that
It's
where
this
that
guy and his family?
big dude
No, he
goes and helps
he
people?
has an off-road recovery rig, and he goes in, like, people that are off-roading that get stuck, he'll go and tow them out,
In
right?
the sand?
Yeah, in the sand, in the
Okay.
dirt,
Maybe I've
off-roading
seen it.
anyways.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, after every time he helps one out, he gives them a shirt.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, so that's not a bad idea to do that. Like, for your clients, hey,
Absolutely.
here's a shirt. And that's great advertising for you as well.
It's great, man. I love it, man. It's got my phone number on it. It's got my company name. It's a shirt you want to wear. I have another one that I don't know where it is, but I like to have fun with it, man. So like the current sweatshirt I'm wearing right now is the image on the back is from the sand. From
Turn around.
Check this one out. Let me see if I can get the image in there.
Oh, from the Sandlot. Yeah. From the Sandlot.
Can you see it?
Yeah, from the Sandlot.
Yeah, so it's
Squids.
Yeah, it's Squints and Wendy Peppercorn. It's that
The
scene.
glasses.
Yeah, where he kisses where he pretends
Dude,
to
that's
drown
my
and kiss her at the
favorite
pool.
movie, bro. That's my
Yeah.
favorite movie, bro.
Yeah, so I like to have
Hell
fun
yeah.
with it, man. So like I get these shirts printed with my phone number and name on it, and I hand them out to people. It's one of the more expensive forms of marketing because your ROI on it is you can't really track it. But to me, it's crucial. I want to be somewhere. I want my customers to have my shirt. I want to be able to hand them out. So that's one form of marketing that I do. For somebody starting out or that's on a budget, maybe it's not the best form of marketing, or go real small with your orders and don't double them like I did, dude. Yeah.
But you know what? Isn't that a tax write-off?
It is, but you got to have the money first to pay for it.
Well, you do.
You know what I mean?
You do. But if you're also if you're looking at, if your accountant's like, oh, you got to spend more money, that's a good
100%.
way.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really worried about it at all. And that's honestly why I do it. It's not why I do it, but it's a big part of why I do it and why I'm not afraid to move forward with it, because it's a good way for me to utilize that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is.
Now, real quick, what tools or apps do you use to stay organized? I'm a skimmer guy. What do you use?
So I use the Dip app. And
nice.
The Dip
I know
app,
Mike. Mike's a good guy.
Mike is the man, and I can't give away too many secrets, but they have some new features coming out that is gonna make it awesome, right? And so I like to support people that support me and had supported me in a time where I was on nobody's radar. You know what I mean? And there's a couple people like that. Chris from Blu-ray XL, dude, that guy has been there and helped me and helped so many people. And I will always support him and his company as well. Another company, the guys from the Pool Nation podcast, man. Those guys put their neck out, help out so many people, man. Piranha, dude, I know you're a big advocate of theirs, right?
Yeah, man.
Dude,
we just partnered up.
Dude, I got a package from them next day. I put an order with them, and the guy knew I needed him. Dude, it showed up next morning, and I was just blown away by the attentive nature that he had. He gets back to me on DMs. He cares about his company. Because of that, I'm only going to use his products.
Yeah.
Even if there's one that I might like a little bit more, I'm going to use his products. So that's why I use the Dip app. They're up and coming right now. I know Skimmer's been around a while. They might have a few more features out at the moment, but Dip's coming, man. And
no,
I
Dip's
use
a
theirs
really
and I love
good
it.
app for sure. Heck yeah.
I do that. And
Yeah.
then I use Zoho for all my invoicing because I've used it for years. I used it when I was in sales and I like it. The format's good on my phone. So I use them. That's how I stay organized. Those two apps there.
Do they communicate?
If they do, I don't know about it.
Okay.
Yeah. If they do, I don't know about it.
Okay. Meaning like if you set up a job through the Dip app, will it communicate to your invoice site and send out the invoice?
That's not how I only utilize the Dip app for my
That's it.
route optimization and my scheduling. So and then what I like about the Dip app is I'm sure Skimmer does it too. When I'm done, I click what I did. It's pre-saved. It's just bam, 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 and then a picture of the pool, send it to the customer so they know what time I left at. It doesn't tell what time I got there too. I don't want them knowing I was fast that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It tells them what time I left and what I did. And then I can add notes. Reminder: filter cleaning start next month. So that's how I stay organized. The app I started working with is called Placemaker, and it's this orange one right up there. So for people that aren't ready to get into something, this one right here, Placemaker, that's how I started. That was my first ever app, and that's you route deal there, but you don't communicate with customers the same way as you do the Dip app. So organization, Dip app, and Zoho.
Yeah, no, I man, I got nothing but love for Mike. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Dip, he's got really good app going, and man, I'm proud of that guy.
Yeah,
really good. I personally use the Skimmer app.
Skimmer's great too, dude.
The
Skimmer's
features
great.
that it has for me, it's just worked out for my business.
Yeah.
It's easy to use on my end. So just find yourself an app that fits your need. If you're out there, as long as you have an app, it'll get rid of this. It'll get rid of your paper route, like writing down everything. Nah, man, you gotta get an app. Find an app that fits what you need and go that route. Now, Phil, where do you see OC Pool Solutions in the next 5 years, brother?
Dude,
what's the goal?
Great question, man.
They're all great questions, bro.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you nailed it, dude. Okay, 5 years from now. Now, this was actually something I was wanting to speak to you about on the air, but we can touch base on that later on.
Let's do it.
You have employees. I don't yet. So 5 years from now, I see myself. I'd like to have 5 employees. I'd like to employ 5 guys. I'd love that. And I'll take 40% of the profits. I don't know, actually. I really don't know yet what the profit share would be or what would come out to. But let's just say on average,
that sounds more like partnership.
No. And in essence, no. So what I meant by that was, at the end of the day, after I pay my employee, after I pay for the chemicals, after I pay for everything, if I can still profit 40% of that account, if I can,
gotcha.
So roughly, and I'm spitballing that number out. That's just for the conversation's sake. So I'd like to have employees. I'd like to continue to specialize and grow my skills in deck seals and acid washes. Deck seals are something I take a lot of pride and time in doing because I do them a little bit differently than the other guys. I would like to potentially get into doing additional things, maybe pavers, maybe enter into the offering pavers, get a great crew that can do pavers and offer that under there, maybe transition into more backyard work as well as not just pools. But I really want to focus and hone and get really, really good at what I'm doing. So 5 years from now, I'd like to see my company growing exponentially larger. And offering that same quality that I have now. That's a big part of it for me.
So here's the magical question. If you could go back in time, bro, you get on the DeLorean and you go back to 1945. No, I'm just kidding. You go back to what would we say? 1999.
1999.
We go back in time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to do the math how old I would be, but yeah.
And you go talk to your younger self.
Yeah.
And they say one thing before starting the business, what would you tell yourself? Knowing everything that you know now,
And so just to pertain to starting the business, man, just eh, think bigger, think bigger, trust yourself, and maybe just ask questions. Just go for it, man. I would just tell myself, just fucking get in there, man. Just absolutely go
Just
for it.
do it.
Just do it,
Just
man.
take the leap.
Yeah, think
That's one of the
bigger.
things. Yeah, that's one of the things that like me and my wife, because my wife's very conservative when it comes down to decision making.
Yeah, so is
And
my
I'm
girl.
very like, I jump head
Yeah.
first. I'm gonna. So one of the things is like, I tell her is like, you have to take, you got to believe in yourself, and that
100%.
and you can't stop yourself from your blessing.
Sure.
There's so much out there, so much money to be made, so much opportunity, and you're stopping yourself from that because of what?
I know.
Oh, look at, he's like, hey, you need to play with me, homie. What's going on? But you're stopping yourself from your blessing because
No,
you're letting fear control and dictate your life, and you
Sure.
can't do that.
100%, man. What else would you tell yourself if you could go back there? Not just about this,
Hey,
maybe
brother,
some,
hey,
some
I'd be
advice.
like,
Well,
hey, ¿sabes qué? Don't eat so much, bro. Hey,
dude,
I know them tacos are good, bro, but hey, chill, dog.
Dude, I don't
Instead
need
of
to go back
4,
20
I want to
years.
get 2.
I just want to go back 2 years when I was at the highest point of my gym. When I was I was in the gym 5 days a week, and then I stopped going. I just want to go back 2 years ago so I don't stop the gym. Dude, I
Just
would
keep
look so
going.
different right now, man. Yeah,
You'd
you're
be all
right.
yoked.
Yeah, stay healthy, right? Healthy mind, healthy life, healthy body, and that helps a lot in this industry. We're a very active industry. We're out and about all day long. You know, the better we feel, the more we can work. You know, the more we can
Yeah.
offer, right? We can't. Yeah.
I joke around this a lot about this a lot, and because I know it's something that I have to work on, and the reason I say that is because, like you said, our body is everything, especially for us that we're out there. Like if we mess up our back, if we mess up our hands, anything like that really could screw us over. So we need to be on top of our health. And that's one of the things that I've been trying to work on. I've been trying, I've been dropping, but it's one of those things that it's like you said, you just got to be consistent at it, and you got to stick with it, know, and it's not just so much of you're trying to look a certain way, which it's all props and all that's good, but it's about being healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Being able to be there for your kids when they get older, you know?
Absolutely. You have I know you have a son and a daughter, right? Just
That's it.
2 kids?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you
I have
know
a
about.
17.
2 that you know about, huh?
Dude, I know I'm
Yeah.
Mexican, but I'm not that kind of Mexican.
I have one that I know about. Yeah. I did
Yeah,
international sales, brother. Let's just leave it at that.
I have a 17-year-old daughter and I have a 15-year-old son.
My son's
so we have
15 too, man.
well,
That's cool.
when's your son's birthday?
It is August 6th.
August 6th.
Yeah, he just
Mine's
turned.
September
Awesome,
5th.
dude.
Yeah. Mine's more of a basketball player though.
Cool. Yeah.
He's all into basketball.
Does he have one of those e-bikes? Does he ride the electric bikes?
Because he's all into basketball.
That's
like
cool.
whenever he's not in school, he's in the backyard hooping it up.
Good for him.
When he's not hooping up in the backyard, he's over there at the gym playing ball.
Is he interested in the pools? Does he ever come out and help you, like in the summertime?
He does. From him to my daughter, they've ridden along with me. I've taught him about the business and yeah. He likes it, but it's not for him. His dream, his vision is something else. Like and I'm like, hey, you chase it, bro. Yeah. But just know that if it doesn't work out, you got this. Sure. You got this right here to catch you. Sure. You know, you'll always have this.
Sure.
So.
And
yeah,
when this made me think of this, but this is a great addition into what we're talking about for everybody for this podcast. I think it's important that people getting into this industry understand how much work it's going to take.
Yeah.
So and that's going to be the hard part. Before we said, you know, well, why do guys struggle in this industry? You're going to go through periods of time where you're going to have to be putting in so much more work than you initially thought. And especially if you want, like I said, to grow your business. You can maintain your business, but if you want to grow your business, if you want to offer better quality services, if you want to understand more about water chemistry, you're really going to have to be doing a lot of work. And that goes with anything in life, right? Like, you've got a kid. I'm always trying to tell my kid, Mace, you have no idea how much effort it takes to beat the guy next to you. You really, really have to work hard, man. So in this industry, information for some younger guys, or maybe some guys that have been in for a while and want to grow their business, or expand and do some different things in this industry, because it's not just pool cleaning. I clean pools. I do deck seals. I do acid washes. I do equipment repairs and replacements. I subcontract work. Don't subcontract work. I middleman other things like plaster deals with Alan Smith. I refer them customers. I get paid from them for doing that, right? But I have 5 different, I do 5 different things: pool cleaning, deck seals, acid washes, equipment repairs, replacements. I forgot what the other one is, but you know,
I strip on the side.
yeah, I do, dude. Yeah, I got a couple of those customers. You know, they like me to go in those short shorts.
Those older ladies.
Yeah,
No, but you know what? It's like what we talked about when last on the last episode was like you gotta really have a high self motivation. Like, you gotta
do, man.
motivate yourself, because you're not gonna have nobody else that's gonna motivate
Well
you. So
said.
if you're not pushing yourself, ain't nobody gonna push you. You
Well
gotta
said,
push
man.
yourself.
Yeah.
And like you said, expect those long days. Like, you don't get into this business thinking, I'm gonna be working 4 or 5 hours and that's it. Yeah, you're gonna have days.
Yeah.
You'll be out there 4 hours and you're done. But guess what? There's also going to be days that you're going to be out there 12, 15 hours. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, you'll get those days that you're like, damn.
I went through that for
But
years.
it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, you'll have those days if you want to grow.
Absolutely.
If you don't want to grow, bro, it's chill.
Yeah.
If you're a content kind of person with where you're at, and it's providing you the money to be able to live your life, and that's all you want in life, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Sure.
But for that person that maybe wants more in life, hey, know that is opportunity there within this business.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well said. Well said.
There's many ways. There's many I call them pipelines. There's many pipelines of income. You have your service repairs, you have your installations, bead blasting, acid wash, regular pool service. You yourself do deck seals. I haven't met any pool guy that does deck sealing, which is interesting that you got into that.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love doing those. My method's a little bit different. I use different products. I think that, the most popular product in the market that pool guys use is Deco Seal, and I'm not knocking them. I started using them, but for the climate in California, Southern California, the warm days and cold nights, it fails after a couple years. So I use a different product, and I really put the time and the effort into doing a really good job. I also warranty all my work. So yeah, it's something that I enjoy doing. And I love getting in there and leaving it looking great. I take a lot of pride in my work.
Yeah, that's good. It's one of the things that this job provides is the what is it, gratification?
Yep.
The instant gratification. It's not like in another kind of work where it's like you don't see the profit a month later.
Yeah.
Right here it's like instant. You see it right there on the spot. Last question that we have, I asked this to everybody that I have on here, and that's what piece of advice do you have for our listeners? Pool related, not pool related, just some knowledge. Drop some knowledge on them. Mike's yours.
Sure, brother. Well, first and foremost, I think I started with this and I'll end with it. Treat this industry like a community and not just a job. When you start to treat this like a community, you're going to see yourself growing. You're going to be making higher profits. You're going to be getting more accounts. You're going to be meeting more and more people because you're digging in. So that's a big piece of the advice there. And hit me up, anybody, man. If you're struggling and if you're new, if you want any questions, hit me up. I don't have all the answers, but I got a lot of them. You know what I mean? Dude, hit any of us up. Ask questions. If you need help, reach out. Come to the events, man. September 27th, Cali Pool Tex is doing the beach barbecue right down the street from my house, man. There's going to be a lot of great people there. You want to get involved in the community, man, come down there and meet everybody. Come hang out. Come listen and talk to people and BS with us and have a great time. There's boot camps and trade shows all the time. I know the Pool Nation guys, if you every once a week they have a podcast, and then they have a live. On the live, they talk about a bunch of cool things, and they host events. They'll do boot camps. They'll teach you how to do installs, or teach you about why a heater works. Why does a heater soot? Things like that. So those guys are great to listen to. The Talking Pools podcast, I just kind of found them recently. So I'm going to spend some more time checking them out, because they seem to be a great platform too. So get involved, man. And you will see growth a lot faster than you would if you didn't. That's the advice. And again, dude, be ready for an amazing industry. If you are getting into the pool industry, it's great. But be ready and understand that it's going to take a lot of work at first. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And where can they find you?
My Instagram, OC_pool solutions. That's really where I'm the most active. I post all the same videos on TikTok as I do on Instagram, but I'm most active on Instagram. That's where you can find me. My phone number's on there, man. I answer my call to anybody and everybody. Yeah, find me there, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here with us, brother. Appreciate your time and your knowledge, and for sharing all that information for the listeners. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for providing the platform, Pete. Dude, you are a big voice in this industry, and dude, people love following you. I'm one of them, and yeah, appreciate it, bro. So thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys, you have yourself a good day, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Órale.
Let's vibe. Game so deep. Let's ride.